Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Raudhatul Jannah, Shelahudin, and Matric number is S59294. My supervisor name is Dr. Hafaz Abdullah. So my topic for my research for this final year project is factors that influence the switching attention to halal cosmetic among Muslim consumers. So I will present about chapter 1, the introduction, chapter 2, the literature review, and chapter 3, the methodology. So introduction, beauty product has been used for age to improve people appearance, and they are not just only for women but also for them, for men, and for them beauty is currently the most important assets that must be cared for and maintained in order to remain eye-catching and appear more beautiful. So cosmetics are mostly used for personal hygiene, making people look more attractive with makeup, because they will make people feel more confident and calm, because their skin are also protected by UV damage. So there are currently 3 types of cosmetic that are available in Malaysia market, which is the first one is halal certificate, which is confirmed halal, and the second one is cosmetic that doesn't have a halal certificate but is halal, and the third one is we don't know whether this cosmetic is halal or not. But according to the Islamic teaching, all Muslims should obligate to only consume a halal product. And of course halal cosmetic too. And in Malaysia, all halal product will be certificated by the National Pharmaceutical Regulatory Agency, or we know as NPRA, and JAKIM. I think everyone know JAKIM, which Department of Islamic, Development Malaysia. So both require cosmetic for manufacturer to obtain the halal label in Malaysia. And next is the background. Okay, Muslim made up the majority of population in Malaysia, and have always been concerned about the halal products such as food, cosmetic, or the care, body care and facial care. And this has been proved by the Department of Statistics in Malaysia that states that the population of Malaysia in 2022 was 33.2 million, with the Muslim 63.50% majority in the Malaysia. So the population of Muslim is more than 60% in Malaysia. So halal cosmetic industry have development in halal industry standard and need to have requirement, to promote the halal economy in Malaysia. So in short, the study primary contribution to identify the push, pull and pull factors that have the greatest impact on Muslim consumer and decision to switch from non-halal to halal cosmetic product. Next is a problem statement. So cosmetic are crucial not only for female, just I said before, but also men for their daily life. So cosmetic are considered as halal only when the ingredient fulfill the requirement according to Sharia ingredient, such as no alcohol and another ingredients that derive from animal and free and have no chance to use the preparation of the cosmetic. So the opposite of halal is haram, which means something unlawful or prohibited as per the Islamic code for conduct. However, despite the absence of a halal certification in those cosmetic product, international cosmetic product are still popular among Muslim consumer in Malaysia, because although many Muslim know that halal cosmetic have benefit like prayer friendly, no chemical, confirm clean and pure, but still many people use non-halal because non-halal are easy to find at drugstore, example like Watson and Guardian. So if Muslim keep using non-halal cosmetic and nothing has been done, then halal industry will fall down and no more manufacturing that produce halal cosmetic. So if Muslim did not use halal cosmetic, then who else will use halal cosmetic products? So this is my research objective, which is to identify the relationship between switching attention to halal cosmetic on push factor, pull factor and pull factor. This is my research question, the same as the research objectives. Next is scope of the study. So consumers who are more open to the new experience and maybe have a little trouble to switch from non-halal to halal cosmetic, they may enjoy looking for information about the potential benefit of halal cosmetic on a regular basis, and may also be able to influence the product choice of other shoppers by sharing their knowledge. So a consumer must understand the significance of halal product and the reason for why they need to switch to a new product, or maybe they want to remain with existing ones despite their halal status in order to convert them. So because this study was conducted in Malaysia, and the target is resident of Malaysia who had used cosmetic among Muslim. Thus, this study focus on the perception of a Muslim consumer regarding halal cosmetic, which is we want to know the intention for them to switch from non-halal to halal cosmetic. Next is the significance of the study. First, the manufacturer will be benefit from the study regardless whether the company is produced product non-halal or halal. As non-halal cosmetic manufacturer will attempt to include the halal features in their product that will give benefit to their Muslim consumer and to retain them from switching to another product. While halal cosmetic manufacturer will be able to convince Muslim to switch from non-halal to halal cosmetic, and manufacturer can expand their exposure to the halal market. And it's crucial for cosmetic manufacturer when develop a marketing strategy to halal to attract consumer. And so thus both manufacturer, which is non-halal manufacturer or halal manufacturer, will be benefit. Second is the academician will also benefit from this because they will learn more about a particular field and be better prepared in the future and get a better understand about halal cosmetic. So this is not only for researcher but also for upcoming generation. Next is chapter 2. Okay, theory. As human migration concept, the PPM, which is push-pull Morin theory framework, was first proposed by the Mohd and then developed by Bansal in 2005. Is one of the many theories used by researchers to explain the switching behavior in the research. So the PPM said that the negative factors from the previous product are the push factor, and the positive factor from the other product are the pull factor. So they will switching to another product, and the product itself that can affect the desire to not switch, which is the barrier to switch to another product is called Morin. So the terms Morin refer to like the obstacle or like the delay for switching, and the PPM model can explain how a product or service move from its previous place to a new destination. This is because according to previous research, these three factors can only be properly considered when predicting human behavior and decision making, which is like switching intention. So this is my PPM theoretical framework that has three factors, which is push factor, pull factor, and Morin factor. So the first push factor is the negative side effect. Okay, negative side effect is an effect of a drug or treatment that is additional to the main intended effect, which is the extent of the effect is called side effect. So ingredient derived from pig or like human body parts or animals, reptile or insects, which is the prohibited in halal cosmetic. So to avoid having side effect, they require extensive scientific investigation to produce a product that is safe, that is need to for Muslim to consume. However, some cosmetic have the potential to harm the health of the consumer, which is like the obtained health benefit is a guarantee of safety for the consumer user, which is Muslim, to ensure that it will not cause harm to side effect like maybe acne, right? And according to the study, purchase that risk moderate the relationship between attitude toward its switching intention to switch. Therefore, the hypothesis for the hypothesis 1 is this negative side effect has a positive effect on switching intention. Consider that skepticism to be a consumer state brought on situational factors rather than trade. With this skepticism of a non-halal certificate brands may also influence consumer switching intention to halal cosmetic, which is it may affect the intention to purchase halal product by transforming the negative skepticism toward the positive one. So they will switch. So in this research, when consumers are skeptical about halal label indirectly, like they may hold a positive or negative attitude towards the product, which is non-halal product. So based on the findings, the hypothesis, which is hypothesis 2, propose that which is an event or a cue that leave an impression on someone with consumer is known as a past experience. So because customer remember their previous experience, right, when making decisions. So literally switching behavior suggests that the past experience influence future decision. This is by past study. But different people are likely to have a different effect from past experience. For instance, like if the customer has a past experience with the product with a poor quality, like a bad experience, then they will be unsatisfied. So this will be likely make them to switch from non-halal to halal cosmetic. Hence, the hypothesis 3 proposed that negative past experience has a positive effect on switching intention. The first factor for full factor is social influence. So according to Ghulam Ali, social influence are someone in their social network who is influenced, whether it can be leader group or like their family or friends, anyone that can influence the others. Therefore, the individual decisions to purchase the halal cosmetic, which is from right, maybe the presents they are using non-halal and can be influenced by maybe their loved one, or maybe like their husband, their wife, their friends, or celebrity, or another significant individual. Thus, our hypothesis 4 propose that social influence has a positive effect on switching intention. From Islamic perspective, product ingredients indicate that consumer are aware of the food quality, safety, and ingredients. So, according to Ambali and Bakar in 2014, consuming the halal food demonstrate that Allah only has permitted what is benefit to a human being. So, there is a past study about halal food. Therefore, the consumer decision making process in relation to the product ingredients would trigger the consumer to switch with this from non-halal product that consume non-halal ingredients to the halal product. So the hypothesis suggests that with this hypothesis 5, that product ingredients has a positive effect on switching intention. So the last factor is money factor, which is the first factor for money factor is compatibility. So according to Rogers, compatibility is the degree to which an innovation is purchased to be compatible with potential adopter existing value, needs, and lifestyle. So the past study that study the switching intention from a personal cloud to a storage service for mobile device and purchase technical compatibility was found to be significant. So with this because consumer are more likely to buy a cosmetic that are compatible with their skin. So maybe if their recent cosmetic are compatible with them, so maybe they will not switch to another cosmetic brand. Thus, the hypothesis 6 propose that compatibility has a negative effect on switching intention. Availability is there are only few of these products that are available in market, and only a few are in stock as when they serve as distant maybe replacement. So past study say that has studied on food shopping behavior have also talked about the availability of a better alternatives, like because the unavailability of cosmetic product is the primary restraint of switching to halal cosmetic, which is maybe customer more attract with the idea of purchasing when there is high possibility of a product. Because in drugstore like Watson and Guardian, they are less likely product with a halal product. Thus, the hypothesis 7 propose that availability has a positive effect on switching intention, which is if that product is available, high available, then the consumer will switch. Okay, for research gap, previous study that has been studied by Nga Azim the intention to use halal cosmetic in Malaysia, express a study for Saputra that Azim purchase of the intention to buy halal cosmetic into Indonesia. Also, even though there is a study the same who have explored the switching intention to halal cosmetic product, which is Albana and Jannah in last year 2022. However, the lack of a study who use side effect, skepticism, past experience, social influence, product ingredients, compatibility, and availability. So this is the evidence that the research in switching intention to halal product using PPM theory, which is push-pull moving factor, is still relatively scarce in the research area. So the finding of the study will be beneficial for both non-halal and halal manufacturer. This is because the non-halal cosmetic company will try to add halal features and that will bring benefit to Muslim consumers. So that they will stay loyal. Meanwhile, the halal cosmetic company can pull Muslim to switch from non-halal to halal cosmetic product. This study will employ a quantitative method and we analyze individual as the unit of analysis. So the target for this research is Muslim in Malaysia that have used cosmetic, and the sample size for this survey may it will be error if the sample size is less than 100. So we expect to have at least 100 respondent, which is more than 100 respondent in this study. And the decision to test the theoretical framework using a non-probability with snowball sampling, and this is due to the fact that using this method is impossible to control the situation, because the person we asked to respond, which is to answer the questionnaire, we pass it to the another one. This data will be using questionnaire via online surveys and using Google Form, and we will distribute it through social network like WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook. And we'll be using like 5 Likert scale with the adopt and adapt question for the previous study. And also we'll be using the PLSEM SEM for the data analysis. And that's all for me. Thank you.